Stop chasing greener grass. Water what you have. You ever find yourself wondering if there's something better out there? A better job? A better relationship? Even a better version of life? That little voice in your head that says, maybe if I just started over, I'd be happier. Or maybe if I jumped ship, things would be easier. It's tempting. The idea of greener grass, a fresh start, a perfect setup, a shortcut to fulfillment. But here's the truth most people never talk about. When you're truly locked in, you're not looking for greener grass. You're focused on watering your own. You see, most people are addicted to what if. We live in a culture obsessed with options. Swipe left, swipe right, new job posts, new content, new opportunity, constant comparison, constant temptation, constant distraction. We've been trained to believe that if something isn't perfect right now, ditch it. If a goal gets tough, quit. If a relationship gets uncomfortable, move on. If growth gets slow, shift lanes. But here's the catch. If you're always looking for the next thing, you never get to build anything real, because building takes time, commitment, consistency, and patience. And none of those qualities thrive when you've got one eye on the exit. And to be honest, greener grass is often just untouched ground. It's easy to look at someone else's life and think they've got it better, easier, more successful, happier, and even smoother. But what you don't see is the work being put behind it, the watering, the pruning, the setbacks, the sweat. See, the grass may look greener somewhere else, but that's usually because someone's been out there putting in the work you're avoiding. They didn't stumble into growth. They didn't find success overnight. They built it day by day, inch by inch. So while you're standing there comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel, they're doing what you could be doing, tending to their own soil. Being locked in means you're done entertaining distractions. Being locked in doesn't mean you're stubborn. It means you've made a decision, a real decision, one that doesn't shake because it got hard, one that doesn't fold just because someone else seems to be doing better. When you're locked in on your vision, your relationship, your growth, you stop flirting with fantasy. You stop scrolling for escape. You stop comparing for comfort, and you stop wandering mentally every time reality gets tough. Instead, you say, this is what I'm building, this is what I've chosen, and I'm going to give it everything I've got. That's power, that's maturity, and that's discipline. And it's important to understand that watering your own grass requires vision. Let me ask you something. What do you actually want your life to look like? Not what social media told you, not what your friends are doing, not what you feel pressured to chase. What do you want? Because without vision, you will keep jumping from thing to thing, person to person, place to place, hoping that something feels right. And the moment it doesn't, you'll bounce again. But when you've got vision, you stay. You put roots down. You plant with purpose. You endure the seasons, because you're not chasing stimulation, you're building legacy. Everything worth having requires watering, whether it's relationships, careers, passions, health, even mindset. Every single one of those things takes effort. Not once, not when it's convenient, not when it's fun. Constant, intentional, repetitive effort. You don't go to the gym once and get fit. You don't say I love you once and stay connected. You don't meditate once and stay mentally sharp. Watering your grass is about showing up consistently, especially when it's not glamorous. And that's the part that people skip. They want the view without the work. They want the harvest without the planning. They want the rewards without the routine. But anything that grows because someone refused to stop watering. Now, there's going to be seasons you don't see progress. There will be times when you're locked in, focused, and consistent, and nothing seems to be changing. The grass still looks dry, the path still feels hard, the breakthroughs still haven't come. And you'll be tempted to give up, to look at someone else's life and think, they're so much further ahead. It's going to question your effort, You're going to question your value. But here's what you have to understand. Progress isn't always visible. Growth happens underground before it ever breaks the surface. The seeds you planted, they're rooting. The discipline you're building, it's compounding. The consistency you're practicing, it's setting the foundation for everything you want. But if you quit now, you will never see it. You don't get to harvest what you never stayed to nurture. Every time you pull away from your focus to explore greener options, you delay your breakthrough. Every time you say, maybe I should try something else. Every time you say, let me see what they're doing instead. Every time you think to yourself, I wonder if I'm missing out. It costs you time, it costs you momentum, and it costs you mastery. Because depth only comes with time and attention. And anything deep, love, purpose, excellence, can't grow in shallow soil. So if you keep bouncing around, you stay surface level, mediocre, unfulfilled. And that grass you keep chasing, it turns out that it's just artificial turf. And your discipline is going to be tested the moment you get bored. All right, let's be honest. Commitment gets boring sometimes. Same goals, same habits, same process. No fireworks, no major wins. Just showing up. It might even feel stagnant. But guess what? That's the moment where most people quit. But this is where winners are built. Because being locked in means you don't need hype to stay consistent. You don't need motivation to stay committed. You don't need applause to keep watering. You just show up because that's who you are now. Locked in doesn't mean obsessed with results. It means obsessed with the process. You've tied your identity to the mission, not the mood. And to be real, if you don't water your life, no one else will. We love the idea that someone's going to come along and save us. A mentor, a partner, an opportunity. But here's the reality check. Nobody's going to water your grass for you. It's not your boss's job. It's not your partner's job. It's not your parents, your friends, or even your followers' job. It's yours. And the minute you take radical ownership for your life, the wins and the losses, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting. You stop blaming. You start building. And you realize that you have everything you need to grow if you would just stop looking over the fence. Now, when you're locked in, it's going to look like obsession from the outside. When you're locked in, people will misunderstand you. They'll start saying you're doing too much. Why are you always working? Don't you ever relax? You might even get hit with the you've changed. And you know what? They're right. You have changed. You've shifted from interested to invested, from casual to committed, from curious to locked in. And they won't get it because most people never stay long enough in one place to see real growth. So let them talk while you build. But understand that the grass is greener where you tend to it. And you've heard it before, but let's say it straight. The grass isn't greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. That dream life, you build it. That amazing relationship, you show up for it. That purpose-driven business, you grind for it. And the magic, it's not out there. It's right where you are. If you just stop abandoning it every time it takes too long to grow. If you want mastery in any area, health, business, relationships, social media, creativity, you need one thing: repetition. Water, water, water. Even when it's raining, even when it's dry, even when you don't feel like it. You keep showing up, you keep investing, you keep believing, because consistency compounds, effort compounds, focus compounds, and over time, your grass turns green, not because you jumped around, but because you stayed. And I'll leave you with this thought before I go. Don't chase better, build it. The next time you're tempted to scroll for something shinier, the next time your mind starts whispering maybe there's something better, the next time you feel tired, stuck, or unrecognized, don't run, don't quit, don't wander, water. Water the dream, water the relationship, water the version of you that you're becoming. Because when you're locked in, you realize this: Better isn't out there. Better is built right where you are. And the only way to get it is to keep watering. If this moved you or stirred your soul in any way, I send daily emails with the mindset shifts and real talk you need to hear to keep building the life you actually want. Nothing toxic, nothing overbearing, just pure, powerful daily motivation. If you are serious about actually changing instead of just thinking about it, hit the link below and get my emails. No fluff, pure value, and completely free so that you can stay focused, locked in, and on point. Thank you for staying throughout the whole video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. In the meantime, stay humble, be blessed, and keep going.